and I've said many, many times over the past few weeks that Ashfield is the capital of common sense in this country.
So he's saying those outside of Ashfield don't have as much common sense as those in it, basically indicating that in Ashfield residents align with Anderson's point of view.
Because politics should not be so difficult. It's not rocket science. You know, most politicians over in that place, they go home each weekend and speak to their constituents and tell them what they should be thinking and what they should be doing.
Now, on one level, I think Anderson is right here about listening to voters, but let's hear a bit more and I'll explain why I think he's also very wrong.
They've got it the wrong way round. What we should do as MPs to represent our constituents is to go home each weekend, listen to people in the pubs, listen to people in the streets, listen to people at our surgeries, and then go back to Parliament the following week and ask the same questions that they're asking in the pubs, in the streets, in the shops, in the supermarkets. It's that simple.
No, it isn't. And I think Brexit, for example, is one of those issues which demonstrates the complexity of politics and the way that issues can become emotionally charged, manipulated by millionaire news barons who had a vested interest in leaving the EU. In the end, how has Brexit helped anybody? It was an issue that was hyped by Farage and became a hill to die on when other issues like the NHS and the cost of living were being ignored.
And just a few years ago, I was one of those people like you out here, looking at the TV, looking at the green benches, screaming at the TV, saying, what the hell are you playing at? Get Brexit done. Sort yourselves out. Listen to us. And they just don't listen. But you know what? These people listen here. Nigel listens, Richard listens, and Rupert listens. And when we go to that place next week, I can't wait to get on them green benches with this lot. These are a force. Yeah, I can't wait.
But aren't they people who drive the narrative, who skillfully take concerns and amplify them to achieve their own self-interests?
But we're going to go next week, we're going to kick some ass, and we're going to hold these people to account and speak up on behalf of the British people. Thank you, Nigel.
Here's my last point, which is, when will Anderson and his ilk learn that the British people are made up of a diverse group of individuals? Not everybody believes the same thing as Lee Anderson or Nigel Farage or Richard Tice and anybody who voted Reform. Politics is about compromise and finding what best suits the majority. So yes, it's important to listen to the average voter, but the average voter also needs to do a bit of the work too. Click here to find out how much Andrea Jenkins was paid for going on GB News.